there, viewers. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're sitting inside my 2012 Chevy Silverado. We're going to be taking out this factory head unit because the display on this is going wonky. And apparently this is a common issue with the style radio. Half the screen will work, you tap it, it might come back on, but it might knock out the other half of the screen. When the headlights come on, the screen is so wore out you can't see it. So time for that to go. I'm going to be putting this guy in place of it. This is a Pioneer DMH 1500 NEX. Some of the things you're going to need is obviously the dash kit for it. And for those of you that are familiar with doing your installs in GM, well, this is not your standard GM connector for the GM Mini. This is actually for Chrysler. As you can see right there, it says Switch Chrysler. There's the model number. It's a 40-CR10. So this is another thing you're going to need. And the wire harness I'm going to be using today looks like a wiry mess, but it is the PAC RP5 GM31. This vehicle has factory XM, which I'm not going to use, and it has the factory OnStar. Again, not really going to use it. This has the factory USB right there. Well, I don't have an adapter for that, but I'm going to try something a little different. And I'll get to this part here in just a moment. So how you're going to get this out is it's simple. You're just going to grab up here in the corner and just pull. Be careful because these are really heavy-duty clips and this is only plastic. And then to get it out the rest of the way, you want to just kind of pull your shifter back a little bit so you can kind of get a little bit more wiggle room. Grab down in the corner and pull it out. Tip it back a little bit, like this, and then this will drop out. If your truck is four-wheel drive and you have this style interior, you will have this style connector here. And that is just simply unconnected by a push, a wiggle, a pull. That gives you a little more room for these connectors down here. Now this truck has adjustable pedals, parking sensors, traction control, all that. And that's what's right here. So right here's the cigarette lighter, or the power adapter. There is the connector to the, the buttons. Then over here is your USB. Set that off to the side a moment. Now if you look at this USB, I don't know how well you can see that, but it resembles this guy here, which is a mini USB, as you can see right there. So what my intentions are, is I'm going to try this. Now I have not tried this yet at all. I'm going to try, hey, look at that, plugs right in. So there you go. Plugs right in. And that will allow you to retain your factory USB in your dash if you so choose. So I'm going to set this panel off to the side. Now to get the stereo out, you have to start with your heater controls, which are two 7mm, and then you work your way up to the stereo. There's going to be two 7mm on one side and two on the other side. There's going to have one over there and one over here. And this will just pop out. Then you slide the stereo out and you disconnect it. Start with the heater controls, pull those down. You do not have to unplug those, so don't worry about that. Next, you're just gonna grab your stereo, give it a gentle pull, and it comes out. The antenna, you just kind of pull this black tab back, and it comes out. Next, you're gonna unplug your USB, which again is nothing more than a mini USB at the back of the radio. And then you're going to unplug the rest of the stereo. And that opens up lots and lots of room back here for everything else you need. Now if you're doing a stereo that does not require a Bluetooth microphone to be installed externally, you could just go ahead, plug everything, tuck it up in, and be done. You'll have to take out the plastic up in here, otherwise the radio will not fit because it's too shallow. I think it'd be okay if you're doing a singled in, but doubled in, definitely not. So I have the antenna adapter hooked up. Had the Bluetooth mic run. Let me just say that was a pain. And here are two connectors I'm going to be using. This third one here is for the USB. Not getting used because obviously I'm not going to be using this connector down here. So I'm going to quickly connect this to the radio and we'll plug it in, see what happens. My particular truck has a steering wheel control, so I'm going to be using the 3.5mm jack. Got the wifey with me, so let's see what happens here. Got a chime. Looks like to me the radio's booting up. So we have we have the chime, we have sound in the back. Now comes the front part, getting this in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically tuck the wires, this harness, far back as I can. Oh crap! I take this back out. Why? Guess what? I forgot to plug in the Bluetooth mic. No! Oh. Well, as you can see, it's all in. The dash kit doesn't line up 100% on either side. It's got this right here. You got to make sure this is centered, side to side, and the same with your climate control, because if it's not, this bezel will not go on. So guys, that's pretty much how you do the install on these 2007 to 2013 GMC Sierra Chevy Silverado if it's got this style interior. So if you guys like this video, give me a big thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.